Welcome to the Revelation Book 2 Magical Mystery Tour and the Silverhawk Medicine Lodge. Today we're discussing, discoursing the Drifter Trilogy, Prophecy Fulfilled. The reason for this discourse is to point out that the only way to tell if a prophecy or a prophet is accurate is if they have released an accurate prophecy already, and historically this is how you can tell. Well, the Drifter Trilogy was written over the years 1999 and 2000. And the last 12 years have been exactly what has happened that was written in the book. All the elements that we've lived through for the last 12 years were portrayed in the great epic drama in the trilogy, acted out by my characters. The confrontations with dark ETs and their eviction, if you ones who have been paying attention to what's going on behind the scenes, that has happened via the Galactic Federation of Light, and they are also portrayed in the trilogy. The behind the scenes and underground deep cover operations were also portrayed, and there have been many attempts at culling the human herd and bringing forth a new world order of darkness. They were all intervened in and shut down and overridden. And that was all portrayed in the drama. The ruling families, the ruling elite, how they actually operate, and how the dark ETs operated through them were all portrayed. And in the trilogy, they were brought to a point of total surrender. And this is where they are today. Their empire collapsing, their surrender, unconditional surrender, is mandated. The positive extraterrestrials who represent light, love, and God are coming in close and helping. So all of these elements were portrayed in the drama of the trilogy. Now we're at the very end of Book 3, Divine Triumph. The last surrender is going to be portrayed by the commander of the underground installation, Max Draco. And he's going to come out of the ground in surrender and realize that the world has changed. A new day has dawned, and all that kind of activity is no longer necessary or appropriate. And then we enter the very foundation of our golden age society and begin to heal the planet, heal each other, become empowered with truth and knowledge and better technology. All of this is coming forward. And the last chapter of the trilogy takes you 25 years into the future, after this has all been going on for a time, and it's gives you a little tour of how beautiful society and the world and the people have become. And they are, in fact, evolving very quickly towards this glorified earth and mankind, which will come into full fruition in its utter fullness in the book in 2075, which is 63 years from now. This will absolutely unfold very quickly. In fact, life will continually get higher, richer, finer, more conscious. We will have a much more expanded relationship with the Galactic Society and our relations around the stars, which I will discourse about tomorrow. So this is pretty exciting. It turns out the Trilogy drama was sort of like a movie script, and we were all stars in the movie and played it out to a T. This was, in fact, a challenge that I laid down to Father, Mother, God long ago in 1985, when I was gazing into the prophecies that we had, and I said, well, I asked the Creator, is prophecy cast in stone, these dire prophecies? And the answer was very clearly given, no. All can be transmuted by divine application and grace and be intervened in. This is why I give you prophecy. You do not have to live through it, but are given a warning ahead of time so you can prepare to engineer a different outcome and experience a different reality than the one presented. And we have been successful. So I went to the Father, Mother, God in the stillness and said, well, you're God, you're all powerful, are you not? This is your real estate, this planet, and we're your children. And I know in the past there's been incredibly radical purifications, and when a cycle ends and a new one begins, like we are now. But what I say is, we've never had a chance. We've been under the power and influence of your adversaries, and we've never had a chance to see what we could do. The people on planet Earth have been playing with 26 cards, and there's 52 in the deck. So we haven't had the chance and empowerment. So how can you judge us on these conditions? So I propose you use your infinite power to exact a different kind of purification, a loving, gracious purification. Have the purification happen within us, within our minds and hearts and souls. Let that be the purification. Then we don't have to live through all these horrors that were prophesied. And, well, if you're going to have a big mouth like that to the Creator, you got to deliver your end of the bargain. So I said, I'll lay my life down for this outcome, for this scenario, and be your agent in whatever way is appropriate or I can do. And that's what I can offer, is my life, which is all I have. So I did. And things began to unfold very magically after that. And elements came to the theater, and people began to wake up. There were more and more agents from the stars coming in and ascended master actions and ET actions and input. The angels came closer, and the theater began to unfold for an inner purification of the mind and heart and soul within. And then reports of intervention began to flow in of dire ecospasmic natures, and wars shut down and actions of the dark side shut down and intervened in. So it escalated and developed along these lines, and I was very pleased and began to remember more of my mission here and realize this was why I came and why the great host with me. There's 160 million incarnate agents of the Federation here. We're all busy with our flight plans and our missions of love to help our family here on the earth come out of this dark pale and into the light. And it's all unfolding beautifully. And over the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to interface everyone with the operating system for the Galactic Society that I mentioned in the beginning. We will be covering the elements of that and what that's all about and how it will serve all of humanity in equality and fairness and justice. It's quite elaborate and beautiful, but simple. Very common sense operating system based on transparency and justice rather than nefarious hidden plans and agendas. Much different kind of world. A world of light rather than darkness. A world of justice and love rather than pain. And very, very empowering. So until tomorrow, I wish you the best, finest meditation and love. And till we meet again, Amun Ra, Namaste, Carpe Diem, seize the day. Aho. Go with God.